JBA was going wild.
Yes, he was. A lot of fun games over at the Bounty. This wildcard team improving into that international competition because, big plays at the major, but it was a struggle at the very beginning of this year. They have righted the ship. JBA going to fall the first on the wildcard side, but it's still an advantage for anything else. They're going to have to deal with these oncoming CTs. McNiff handles Stanislaw through the smoke. Comes Susp, and Susp continuing to work this advantage back. McNiff went a 1v3. Surely not. It will end as quickly as it started. Let's go.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. So it's good times with the fandom as of the last couple of days, as we mentioned. Got a couple of Swedes here that's made that troublesome for the talent pool that usually is seen to the Ninjas in Pajamas. That is going to be darting back from long here. Ooh, Stan is going to find the perfect timing, but now makes contact onto Cypress, and this is actually a quite good distraction on that time. It's Camero that does sway his crosshair back, and it's this bomb down. They were throwing everything but the kitchen sink up at him during that defuse. Can't find the kill on 30 health, and McNiff finds JBA. Cypress in form. There they go. The former Final Form duo just puts this hammer down here in round 4.
Yeah, Stanislaw was in CT, but stepped away to try and save. Head spotted. We'll confirm on to McNiff. But that's a first round of the cards here for anything else. Stanislaw might just find another exit. That's an 8K to recover. So it's a very expensive first round, but one nonetheless. I'll have to see some better stuff. I don't think this was the greatest way to get themselves off the rocks, though. Anything else, losing out. The Fuzi gets his op into position over at long. He's now 5-1. Secondary op rings out for Sonic. That's over in mid. Early investment of this secondary op, by the way. Really think that this can be punished and will be. Oh, McNiff with a nice shot.
You have this one store number B. Slash coordinates this all from this margin, and let's see if he can widen it, but the Molotov stops him. Big nade that's placed onto JBA, and even seeing it through the scenes, they're both gonna get taken out. Slash and Camero, they hit him right where they want him. Smoke goes down right onto this door, and honestly, anything else are set up quite well.
That they are. Bozy, it's not the greatest of positions for an Om, so he's gone for a rifle. Trying to find the second molly. There it is. We toss close to help stall this out, but Susp goes down, and now Fozy has to do it alone. Thinks better of it. Decides, actually, I'm just going to hold this up. And we're going to go into the next round. Stan has money, but like Susp, a little bit of cash. Everybody else is broke. Get Fozy activated early. Fortunately, nobody going to be in position. Sus flubs the flashbang, so. Oh my goodness, Sonic leveled. Uzi able to rotate back into position here at long, but now anything else, don't necessarily have to continue to commit here. With Fame going down, their information is clear. Op in this spot. Do they want to test it? They don't have any more flashes. There's nothing to flash him off this angle. They need to not fight this.
Landing right on time. It's just going to be stopping them up. But a great Molotov. It puts them out of rhythm. Cypress comes in and just wrecks the end of the round. 2 on this double. And anything else, they square up Wildcard on this A site. They say, stand right here. We'll take ya.
Yeah, but also, I feel like that shouldn't have worked out so well. I really hate that decision for anything else to continue forward like that when they have no utility. I know they just put their last smoke out to cross, but The fact that they don't have any way of working up against that op, it's just a missed shot. Doesn't have that spawn this time. Going to be the Cat's play, it seems, for him.
Flash to take that opening fight, burning on that corner. And this all the way back. Uzi posted far on short. Takes a great fight. Pressure down below. And Fuzi, he just goes shooting 100% beginning of this round. Why not look again? Cypress hearing them just gallop away upon that. Why not just meet fire with fire? The aggression around the corner. Chase down, but an incendiary to just tell you to back right off. Wildcard. What a bolstering start they have gotten up to this round just through one op consideration. Move it over to Long. They're going to continue bullying through this. He gets up to a 9th kill in 8 rounds.
Questionable decision making there from Slash, who understandably kind of needed some long control, but they don't have the tools to do that, and so tries to lurk out on what he feels is a timing. It's not one that's going to favor him.
The punishment dealt to Sonic right there up the gut in round 7, but they're going to be quite happy with that output. That's more like it. There comes that one dawning smoke along for it, and now where do you reach? It's onto the space that Wildcard have just given you. With this time dwindling and dwindling back, where they want the control, it's here at the site. It's right out of that smoke. This is the flash to set that up, and here to just get it going. Now Stan is going to need to go aggressive in it. Takes Camero in the back, and now Slash can go between McNiff, but I mean, a 1v3 would have to be quite a stunner right now. Bomb out in the open, and Wildcard, they play it perfectly, even donning him, burning him, sitting with another long-range shot. It's Fuzi that drowns you out.
And it's victories on both sides, both directions. As Cypress this time to take the long swing. We've had a flurry of different individuals taking this fight. None of them successful for anything else.
They know exactly where this player is off into this blue corner. They're so willing to help him. Fame just peering out of it now. They finally caught him. Not taking a lot of time to consider this on the short approach. Smoke to push him back far. Anything else, just have not been able to open the playbook. Why not just rip the page out? Here they go fast. It is McNiff and Slash right between. They get rid of this B duo, and now all they got to do is just climb the ladder all the way to the top. It may be Wildcard to just wave the white flag. Anything else seems to have done enough.
Yeah, a little bit of a misstep there. Sonic unprepared for how fast anything else are scaling. And anything else finds empty positions there at Bravo. 3 saves.
I mean, this is amazing. They're keeping it in pace with Wildcard right now. It's a Dust 2 that Wildcard is no stranger to about. But right here, I mean, anything else has got some shooters, and they're trying to show it off. Here goes one of the best. It's Fame to open up this long crawl. And it's Pack of 5 straight up on it right now. And they're led straight into the den. I mean, this is through the first 30 seconds. Open up the gap, and you're going to try and punish down. Sonic does connect through it, but they have a second right next to it. The bomb is crossed, and they're trying so very hard to make it bare. But now Wildcard, they can see into the vulnerability, burned out of this approach, and now it's Sonic that rains off again.
I think that was a double molly there. That's why Slash burns so fast. Scale back into the site. Sonic in a perfect position. Use that rifle to the best of his ability. Sonic even better with Stan's support. He's up on the site. McNiff with attempted 1v4. Sonic, it's 4 kills.
Been very well managed by a Wildcard team that, little by little, it's more convincing each swing of things. Here's Fuzi gonna go looking again, and as he stood up Cat and was confident for so long, there's gonna be the approach from down below, has cover from the smoke, can't exactly make the peak, but now he's gonna be caught with the Galil, trying to hammer down on this thing and exactly get this kill. Here's Long being just patrolled as well, and these shots off. Sus with a great kill on to Cypress, and JBA will just pounce on the mat at the end. A bit of a quieter game from the young man, but it's been a wild card season 2 of North American CCT. Exactly.
Yeah, I love those guys.
2 for short.
You're just not brave enough to say the whole name. It's okay.
I cower. Oh, goodness gracious. So my camera, this is the P250 toted by JBA, who gets this all the way up, and now it is going to be darting not just from Barut, but from the rest of this squad. It's Cypress that gets a great headshot. You can go ahead and make it a double, make it a triple. I don't think he's done swinging. Finally catches up to him, and JBA continues to ring all the way out. Stanislaw, the leader of this squad, is going to go head-to-head with Slash on that back end. Lands a great gush, and now is having to get mobile. Check upon this catwalk position. So considerate of McNiff up close. Having to get his hands dirty is Stanislaw, but he can't all the way wash him. It's McNiff that gets down to that bomb. Anything else, they got such a valuable ticket into the second half, sitting in first class.
For the whole exec. Stanislaw going to throw the second smoke, so mid to B and the left side out mid smoke. This is great. I love this setup from Stan. This is a good call. It's going to isolate McNiff here as well. They take the fights, but they got to get in the mix, and Stanislaw goes down. Great coverage from Slash. I thought he might have the difference maker. Sonic's going to hit one with the deagle, but surely traded.
What?
Surely to be traded. Not going to happen. Got to adjust for Fuzi. The first start he found. Upgrade onto a rifle. And it's missed from the jump up is Cypress. Yeah, it's kind of easy to forget with how easy that round was. That was a force buy for anything else. Now it's the real eco. But they are going to fight long with 2 flashes. I like this. If you're going to go for the eco, have a little something. Sus eats the nade. So the second flash should be effective. Still, Sus with some great sprays. They should just leave this gun. Yeah, gotta do so. Sonic has the bomb, and he's escaped.
A nice detail there of just sending your first player out and kind of baiting in the rest. See how far you can reach in those fights. JBA tapping through the very sliver of the CT smoke that he can go ahead and spam down. And for more, similar to Fuzi on the lurk, has not seen McNiff out of that corner. May actually get a surprise onto the Swede, who is not going to be anywhere within that same zip code. McNiff does find Sonic on the approach, and all up is JBA here on the bomb site, and he's going to get this right from the double door. JBA has it on lock. McNiff trying to give him the trouble early. Was easily read. Wildcard. JBA have to tap into him. Second half, immediately in that pistol round, they survive with all of the worries online. Guess we'll have to see. Maybe not much time for discussion. Wildcard go ahead and just try and debate themselves. Here we are out in the option. They even get the dropping player yet again. Out to Slash right here to line up at Goose. They are so lucky to be out on top of things. Something about Sonic taking these fights up on this A site when absolutely necessary. They've been so good at. McNiff to be lining up into the arms of Fuzi, but too close, misses. Quite shot by Sonic back. The up goes up above and is caught. Now to be the triple by Stanislaw required, and he has this down to the 1v1. Cypress trying to hammer away, has to check into Gandalf to see where the old IGL had stumbled off to on this line. Down to get this through, can't even find the bomb for the fake tap defuse, and now Stanislaw, he knows this one is within his hands, doesn't even need to show his cards. He is going to be diving after you, just wants that bit of bonus, and Stanislaw ruling again.
Nicely done from Stan. I think that he's got it wrapped up from the very beginning. He's playing with his food a little bit. Fame getting a little silly with this, with the auto shotgun. It's not a bad weapon in this specific position.
Here it goes. Gotta make some money. No, it's been a tough time in Hollywood. Fame gets out. No more on that line as the MP9 up top. Is this ringing through? Out here to bring it back. It's a 3v1 and JBA is being targeted through the wall. Just saw a 1v3 at a Stanislaw. Time for the young gun.
He can collect the bomb. It's down on the ground. Both Slash and Cypress are here. JBA Cypress has moved away. He didn't see the cross here. Glass cannon, by the way. This is what the op is.
I mean, it's unintended mind games. He just lays here with anything else. Now we're going to have to cross through no man's land, and here was Slash particularly beamed on it. The time he could slip him, and oh my goodness, JBA through the net. How does Josh Barut do it again? One more time on this Dust 2. Peeked up to the realm of play that we have needed him to answer that call. Didn't ring for very long here for this rifler. Now he stands back all the way in this A site. Vincent got to approach, and now he checks back in, but Slash has got one thing, and it's beaming through JBA's head. A shot down. This Dust 2 is still going, and they got 5 more downs to convert this. And they may have just seen one head seeing through, turning, and not seeing face, getting 2 backs for it. Fame gonna take all the time that he has allotted. Oh no, Wildcard, you could not Dremel a mistake like this. Fame to take full advantage, lining up 4 foes, and he will just punish right down in coordination with Slash to go on to the Wildcard tires. All of the air bubbled all out of the end of these back rounds. Beautiful stuff out by Fame, in this A-site defense still standing tall. We may have to see into those facts at a later time. Susprine to really pick the lock of the smoke on Cat, puts up one of his to really kind of cloak this play. They're not really sure exactly where this is coming from, but now Camera opens his ears, and I don't think he's got anybody to open up this smoke. They're going to be just dwindling into the B site now. Fame only 1, and now Slash can be put down. Sus with a double entry, and that looks to be the end of this Dust 2. 9 rounds, if that's all they post, and I agree with you, an impressive, fair showing out here to just kick down the door in this best of 3. The Wildcard, they see into all of the worries. They go and really go grab it all. 13-9. Wildcard, they survive the challenge by anything else in their map pick.
Yeah, a valiant effort. I think we both would be in agreement on that. Beyond that, though,
I don't know, B-Dog. Thank you so much for your input, but I'm not sure that's going to be helping anything else here right now.
Oh, we're into the action. Oh, it's a bait setup, but unfortunately, Camera had to step away, so it's been allowed to fall apart. Slash is the last man standing in a long line of defenses that anything else had in store for Ramp, but unfortunately lost immediately. And a lot of glass cannons, too. I mean, this is on another one. Like, round 1 glass cannon again is just so ambitious.
That's a good problem to have. There's some NA teams like Fisher College who don't have one upper. You get these guys straddled all the way down. I don't know if I can call them an NA team playing.
You really can't.
CCT EU play-ins here in a couple of weeks. Boozy dwindles around this corner. Really great shot into Slash, and Fame just caught there trying to push into lobby. Then it's Sus that doubles up. Cypress trying to push through hut. I mean, they did have the details to go ahead and, you know, see this to a lower play, but, you know, why take the extra mile when you can just set up camp right here on A? Bomb plants. McNiff is on 2 HP. Len again with this, just dunked by JBA. 6 in a row he puts up. Now Camera will be right around.
Yeah, I think that anything else are unfortunately stuck in a really tough spot in this round because they keep getting pulled, like multiple directions at all times. They get the cross down to lower, and sure, that's fine, but then there's a fight in lobby. They try and crunch lobby. It's really more of a...
Camera with a pretty great angle here, has to punish, takes just the shoulder off of Sonic right now. Great trade by Stanislaw elsewhere. Thins out the herd. This lobby patrol goes a bit deeper as Squeaky is wide open. And Camera trying to reposition into Secret. Let's see if he can double up on that AWP.
Yeah, that walk up gonna take a little bit of time though. And nobody currently out there. Susp on the fade of that smoke. Catches the timing. Fame looking to press forward. Maybe not necessary in this moment. Stanislaw could be caught here, and he will. Camera takes the slow and steady approach and gets the payoff.
They're either way out secret, rather out squeaky. And it's not they, split up actually. JBA on the lonesome barely survives around the cover of triple. Big nade that's going to be put up into Cypress's face. Can't argue with that. JBA puts this bomb down and now a challenge into Fuzi. He's down into the red, but JBA next up to bat is not going to swing and miss. Here is Wildcard looking to keep this perfect on the resume. Camro up from lower B. Gonna have to go mobile here on the P2K. Made them pay through long middle doors when you were making that down. Here he goes, trying to see into the site. Going mobile and sees a foot onto Fuzi, who just takes the headshot. Picks up the AWP. That question would just come to see if they could hit the shots, basically. And so far in the defense, they have been doing that when pushes come to shove, but not out of their best camps, right? Cypress and Fame yet to frag.
I mean, Slash just on the board.
Yep.
In that one, too. And this is great adjustment, too. Remember, Camero, that walk-up that we saw him win against Stanislaw later into the round? Stanislaw goes down here, too, but Fuzi prepared for that as well. That opening move now in the hands of Wildcard. They know about it.
McNiff dips in and out of the corner. Looks good for the good entry down to the bomb site. At least can thin the herd to get this into a more positive situation for anything else. Bomb to not be tried at Astralis, and Slash just runs into the fire. A good play to delay the latching onto the post plant for Wildcard. Cypress now in direction just around the fence from JBA, and he gets this contact. JBA with only a couple more shots to get off on the bomb. Fuzi's got to be quick, but it is Fame to just connect the shots when necessary. Finally, they break the safety net, get through the glass, and get a first round.
Yeah, and it's Fame, who you just teed up talking about as...
Those smokes just landing and popping right now to the back of red. Stanislaw going to try and stretch her a little bit more, but it's all a ruse. This is having the feeling of where he was, just dwindled to the long doors, rather the mid doors on Dust 2. To assist this A-hit, he'll slip through many as this main approach goes down. He's not even going to actually see all the way forward while he can get caught with the op. Cypress here just decked Suspects and Spo automatic on these entries, and that's why they give him respect to get this bomb down. Fuzi keeps eyes on the ramp flank, and now it just hits home. Now this it's going to be hammered down with two nades back to back. Wildcard were preparing for quite a brawl here in the post plant, but couldn't even clock into it with anything else. Wildcard, they just ricochet back to 8. A pretty solid nuke team in their own right. And, I mean, both times when sent across this, right? I mean, it's, hard to be that worried in the terms of a team that was not too experienced with this. Here we are getting so tensed up, all these crawls outside, but they weren't just going to permaban nuke after, that lackadaisical set, but had to expect it to come back from Wildcard at some sense.
Man, what are we doing there? That's the play, and we don't have a flash for it? I'm frustrated with how lackadaisical, that's the right word, anything else they're playing right now. It feels like they think they've lost this map already. And yeah, I mean, it's deep into it. This is a tough spread, but I don't think that it was much better at the beginning of the map either.
Here goes this delayed fight at Secret. There's a point of contention here with the bomb lying in no man's land. Finally got a hit upon that, and they do. Cypress gonna have to stand up in a 1 versus 3 right now. One of the loudest voices usually for this anything else unit is dead quiet here, 0-10. And in round 11, let's see if they've got something to say.
I mean, the mentality has to be near broken right now. Based on the way that they're playing, the score lines, obviously. Not just at the top, but as you highlight there. But Stuff's not seen. He takes him out. And it won't be any better in that round for Cypress. I think it's a moment where you either laugh or cry, and McNiff is laughing.
We'll see if that does get the action necessary. Bomb drop for Camero early on the rotation back down lower. Was forced out by the ramp play. Has seen that a time or two by now. Back into actually give this a good look from control. Here comes a HE that's going to be forcing you to fight. And JBA, Fuzi, there they go. Even JBA up top at ramp. It's Sus next to his Swede that succeeds. And now they clear in the first half with only one falter. Wildcard, 11-1, are going to be just marking a date in their calendar. And the question was always, is their game good enough? Seemed to be up to challenge on Dust 2. Here on Nuke, you are just out of your league. And right here, it is the prestige to be just hammered through. A triple out for the captain. You test his ramp, you're going to be sent back.
Gonna see at best this SMG.
I want to see those shotguns rattle off while they have the chance, man. We got a double auto shotty out here, but they're heading outside, Vinny.
Sonic got a scout. He'll tag the first. It's over for them.
Nova. I didn't even notice.
He did. He had. Cypress on the board at the very least. That's actually a big win.
Can't walk away from this fragless. But a 1v4 out for Camero. And the second place team here in North American Advanced, part of the same qualifying class that we saw Tsunami in the same competition here in the North American Thunderpick, but with one of the most challenged teams of them all here in this playoff bracket. They will fall in 13-1 fashion on that second map to Wildcard.